have been introduced to by Damon and John, called FlipGrid, and it is a awesome video platform that I've been using with my dance classes and also with my yoga class. So real quick, I wanted to share with you guys, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Excuse my reach. My iPad. So one of the things that we noticed was when I first started, we did not have the app available in self-service, but now it is. So students can go to the little self-service rainbow window there and click on it. And you can do this too, teachers. And make sure to put it up on your iPads, or you can go online to flipgrid.com. But I found that my students prefer using the app as opposed to trying to go through. They've been having through the internet because they've been having issues with that. So I taught all of my kiddos to put FlipGrid onto their computers, onto their iPads, and so then it just tells you to enter a code. They have to use their school email address. They can't use their Hotmail or Gmail, and that's just a lovely safety feature that keeps spammers and all kinds of weirdos out from watching your grids. So I'll do a quick screen share here and show you what of the things that some of the things I've been doing. So I started with FlipGrid. I signed in and created my account, and I created a separate grid for each one of my classes. So I have one for my yoga students. I have one for my advanced dance class. I have one for my third period and one for my fourth period dance students. I will go ahead and go through real quick how simple it is to set up a grid. And this could be very helpful for you guys if you wanted to separate periods out. I felt that it was a lot easier if I had smaller groups of students to look at, as opposed to, maybe I teach 3 sections of dance, but they're not all in just one grid. It just makes it a lot easier for me to just go through in smaller sections. So to add a grid, you'll just click this fun little thing that says add a grid. So we click it, and then you can name it whatever it is that you'd like. You can tell it that you just want their school emails, and that will help keep everybody else out. It will automatically give you a code as you create it. However, you can change this. So I tried to make it easier for my students. So I made it Nugent Yoga 2020. Okay, it's not available because I've already used that and created a grid. But you guys get the picture of how it makes it easier if you would like to create your own little code for that. Okay, so let's call this one test. Okay, we want them to use their school email. And we don't want a random code. So Nugent test 2020. Okay, next.
Sarah, I think you clicked student ID rather than school email, but that's okay.
I did? Back. Thank you. Darn touchpad. Next. Then we want them to make sure that they have the domain klbsd.org. We'll click next. And ta-da, my grid is ready. So you can copy this and email it out to your students, this little fun link, instantly. You can put it out in Teams. shared in Google Classroom. Send it in a Remind if you're using the Remind app. So we'll just go to the grid and check it out.
Sarah, do you share that link out through your Unified Classroom?
I do, yes. It is.
Okay.
Yep, it's on my Unified Classroom. And I'll share that screen with you in a minute so that you can see. So in here, it automatically has an intro video that it pops up for me. And if I want to, I can change and edit. Maybe I don't like the colors that they chose for me, etc. Come down here and personalize. You can add a personal photo if you'd like, or you can choose from the multitude that they have to select from. Here, we'll update my grid. Ta-da! So when they sign in, they can see that lovely title page. I can create new topics and add a variety of different things, and I'll share with you guys here in just a minute some of the things I've been doing. When this pops up, you can also edit this particular one. You could delete it if you don't want it, but this is a great way for students. This was my first week that we did. The kiddos had to do a welcome video. So they would click the green button to record their response and just say hello and share a fun fact about themselves. If I want to, I can edit this. And I did this, and I'm really glad that I did. And I don't want it to be 1 minute and 30 seconds. That would be too long for a quick little hello video. So I edited it so it would be shorter. And I also came down, and you can scroll down. You can add moderation. And that means that when kiddos record a video, it will upload, and the moderator, you, the teacher, the person that made the grid, will have to view and approve their video prior to it going live to everyone else in the group. So if you have a student that didn't follow directions, or maybe they were playing inappropriate music in the background of their video and they weren't paying attention to that. I've had kiddos use sarcasm, and I've had to make sure that I talk and have a discussion with those students to say, hey, your sarcasm could be, I understand that you're probably trying to make a joke, but could be construed as very inappropriate. So, and just being able to open up those conversations with students as my little safety net to make sure that things are appropriate as we're still exploring that. If you want to, you can, turn that off if you trust your students and you have that ability, you're confident that in their abilities to make appropriate videos. But I absolutely loved this feature about it. Student replies to students. You can turn this on or off. So if you don't want students to comment on somebody else's video or the like, you can see. Okay. Maybe you're creating a topic and you want it hidden for a while, and then you get it all uploaded, and then say on Monday morning of next week, you want it to go live, then you can come back to your grid later, which has been helpful for me because I didn't realize that when I was making my grids in the week for next week, in preparation, that kids were seeing them right away, and then they started to try and do the activities without me explaining what it was that I was wanting them to do. You can also come in here and allow them to use sticky notes, which is like a little digital cue card. And you can also have attachment links, which I've been using as well. So there's so much here that I've only been using FlipGrid for a few weeks, but it has been really awesome. So I'm going to update that topic because I've changed that to where they have to do the moderator approval before their post goes live. I'm going to come back into my grids since I've shown you how to make a grid, and I'm going to come into one of my current grids right now. So here is my yoga class that I'm doing. And we're practicing with FlipGrid because they will be eventually creating their own yoga sequence or Pilates routine that they're going to share with the class, and that's going to be their final project. So first week, they just came on and said hello. Second week, I had them do a little bit more involved post in which they practiced with the tools and different things that they could do. So in 2 minutes or less, share your first name, last name, birthday, blah, blah, blah. Well, for a lot of students, they can't remember what it is that they're supposed to do in their video. So when I had them copy the prompt, okay, and when they came down to make their own, where did it go? So now, hang on.
Sarah, it looks like that grid or that topic is, yeah.
I need to go back. Hang on. And I'm going to come in and record a response. So now you can see with some major lag, because I'm screen sharing and trying to do the video record at the same time, you can come over here. This little doodad is called my sticky notes. And when I click on it, it's going to give me a little cue card that will not show up in my video. But I just think of it like Jay Leno's using cue cards in the background for his jokes and everything like that, right behind the camera. Same kind of concept here with the sticky notes. So here are the prompts of the things that I needed to do in my video. So that's going to remind me to state my first and my last name, tell them what my birthday month is, what my favorite food is, a place that I'd like to travel to, and things of that nature. So I'm not going to actually record a video for you guys because I tried doing this with Blue Jeans with my students, and I tried to do my sample video while screen sharing, and it is extremely laggy. As you can see with my voice, it's not matching my lips moving on the camera. But I wanted to share with you some of the fun things that you could do. You can add and make your own kind of like a newscast. You can add pictures. So my favorite place to travel to, or a place I'd like to travel to, is Waikiki. I really enjoy Hawaii. So I can kind of make it like a newscaster. And up in the right-hand corner, throw my image in there. Move my sticky note out of the way so I can see it. And I can point and reference, sort of, to it, reference it. I have hiked Diamond Head 3 times already in my life, and I love that hike. It is very spectacular views, blah, blah, blah. You can come in here and all you have to do is click the record button. Hello, I love Hawaii. And I'm going to pause, and I'll take you through the next steps. You just click next. You can add more if you choose. So let's say I want to add more. I can come back and add more to my video. Get rid of that. Maybe I want to add an emoji.
Hey, Sarah, there are a lot of options here. Are you finding that students are able to navigate it pretty well? It seems kind of like similar to maybe Snapchat or TikTok or some of the apps that they may be using already.
Use either of those apps. So for me, it's pretty straightforward. For my students, some of them have really flourished with the creativity of having these options, and for some, they have struggled. So if I want to add more, here I'm going to add more to my video. Ta-da! Pause. We'll go on to the next. I can rearrange my clips if I want to and have some fun video editing. Hello! And at the very end, it will ask me to snap a selfie so that you get a visual. Oh, that's a terrible selfie. Redo my selfie. They can choose to redo. And next. And again, they can add stickers and all kinds of doodads along the way. And while that is doing that, it will say, do not close the window. It's preparing my video. You can adjust what your name ends up being displayed. And for me, on one of my classes, I have 3 Mayas, 2 of them with the same last initial. So I really ask, especially those 3 girls, to make sure that they have their first and last name. Others have their nicknames displayed or just their first. Trying to stay professional. I don't want them to be calling me Sarah. And so I make sure that my name display is Miss Nugent for all of my videos that I submit. And then it will say, congratulations, your video is now visible. Or for some of them, when I have turned on the active moderator, it will say, congratulations, your video has been sent to the moderator. And then they know that it's complete. So that step is really important for kiddos to know. I found out because I had kiddos that were frustrated because they recorded a video and they weren't looking at the little fine print saying that it had gone to the moderator for approval. And so I had some students making 5 or 6 videos the exact same way, not realizing that they had to wait till I viewed it. So just make sure that you communicate that with your students. But here's some of the things that we're doing in my class. Go back. Right now, they're going to be showing us their favorite yoga pose. And I just assigned this to them yesterday, so I don't have very many. So you can see it's hidden. That means that she's created and submitted a video. I need to approve it or disprove it. And so I thought that the kiddos were going to actually physically do.
So my favorite yoga pose is probably a laying down body twist. It took forever to find it on the internet. I don't know why it's so hard. I love it so much. It's comfortable.
You thought they were just going to show you.
I thought she was going to demonstrate it, but she actually went kind of creative, and she found it. She internet searched, found a Google image, threw it in her presentation. I thought it was pretty creative. So I mean, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Do you have any other examples that you could show us really quick?
Oh, certainly. Let me go to my dance class because that has more. Oh, nope, not that one. Where's it? There it is. So these guys have a whole lot of, so this is the same practice post where they got to play around with a variety of different tools?
I'm Sarah Nugent. I was born in August, which, by the way, always has the worst picture in calendars. Like, literally look at any calendar and August will have the ugliest picture, I guarantee it. But I digress. My favorite food is chocolate. My favorite animals are alpacas and cat. This was my old cat, Sockeye. He actually passed away probably about a year ago now. And here's my new cat, Athena. She's almost 1 year old. She can be kind of a mean sometimes, but she's definitely a cutie and we love her. Since I was little,
Hey, Sarah, do you have, are you using this for actual assignments yet?
Yes, these are their actual assignments that they've submitted to me.
Okay. Do you foresee using this to like show off certain dance moves and, you show them a new move and then they try it out and show it back to you?
Yes. So I'm actually exploring. I'm also the coach of the dance team, and so we normally have a spring audition. And so I was looking at the possibility of using FlipGrid to be able to teach the choreography piece and create my own video where they would learn the choreography from my video and then upload their videos of them doing the choreography back.
Mm-hmm. So when you're watching this student video, you can see over there on the right-hand side that you can actually provide some feedback in the form of a comment.
Yep.
And then also grading with a rubric. Have you used that functionality yet?
I have not used the rubric yet. Again, I'm just now playing with this and everything. So in my advanced dance class, this week's improv, no one has submitted it yet, but here is this week's challenge that they're all given the same song, which I could upload that file into while I'm creating my assignment. They're all given the same song, and they're going to create 30 seconds or less improv video.
Very cool.
So for them, and I'm excited to be able to see, okay, what are they going to send back to me? So I'm hoping to possibly, again, I'm kind of experimenting a little bit with my classes to see if it's going to work, to do an online digital audition for dance team by, having the music available to the students, showing them the choreography video of what movements I want them to do or what skills that I want them to do, and them having to submit the videos back. And I love the fact that I have that option of moderator, so not everyone would see when they post. One of the great things that I've enjoyed is just kind of browsing through, depending on your subjects, and there's not very many based on the subject I teaching is dance. There's not very many for dance out there, but you can come to this wonderful thing called Disco Library, and a lot of educators have made their assignments or their FlipGrid assignments available for you guys to use. So you can come in here. These are the most popular ones. This, you can use it in elementary school, retelling a story. You could, push it out, doing story time with students, having students read aloud, so that you can be listening and making comments and going back and forth with students that way, especially like maybe foreign language or things like that. You can come up here. Where's my little search bar for it? Where is the search bar?
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I think about with FlipGrid is it's very, very social, and it's video and it's visual, and it has like all the little stickers and the different things that students like to do in the other apps that they're using, like Snapchat and TikTok and some of those other tools. So it kind of fits in to what they're already doing and interested in and the way they like to consume content. It also has a great iPad and iPhone or Android app, and so students can participate that way. And it's also a tool that we all have. So all of our teachers have access to this. All of our students have access to this. They can log in with their district credentials and get to it. If you want to start poking around with it, it's available in apps.kibsd.org. And everybody that I know that has spent any time with it really likes it. So Sarah, I think we're going to have to stop there just for time reasons. But thank you so much for sharing today. And we're going to have this recording saved.